Trump presidency is that people are not willing to give to him. People see him as irrational, as erratic, but this is an image he has deliberately created for negotiation purposes. He's much more brilliant than we are willing to give him. Yes, he's transactional, but he has street credibility, such that the peace in the Middle East, the ceasefire in Gaza, might not be unconnected with the influence of Trump. And Trump being a transactional leader, I don't think if he's obsessed with global dominance. So it's my fervent hope and belief that in the coming months he will find a solution, or will get a solution to the crisis even in Ukraine, because of his strict credibility and because he often calls a spade not by any other thing but his name. I believe that there are the positive sides of all negativities, and the world will be ushered into an era of some stable peace, especially even the Iranian question. He will bluff, he will shout, but at the end of the day, it's just a negotiation tactics. That's my own take on him. He's much more brilliant than we are willing to give him.
Barrister, now I played this video because this is Shettima, our vice president. He was the one who spoke. We just listened to. We just watched. And I don't know if you remember, I forgot actually, I wanted to pull up the comments and some banters the spokespersons then, but Bola Tinubu spokesperson threw at Donald Trump then, because nobody expected Donald Trump to really come back. So everybody kind of, especially including Nigeria, trust Nigerians, of course. So I wanted to pull it up because we all know that Bola Tinubu's government is a kind of 5 and 6 to the Democrat government of Joe Biden, of course, because they have so many things in common. Joe Biden is corrupt, Bola Tinubu is corrupt. Joe Biden is I don't know, he lacks cognitive. He has, okay, Bola Tinubu does not. He had it earlier, but all of a sudden, I don't know how that disappeared. This cognitive issue, sort of. So, Barrister, that Shettima, do you think that? Do you think Shettima actually meant what he said, or he's just trying to a kind of coddle Donald Trump's ego to actually buy back the lost confidence and trust from Donald Trump? Because, like I said, Bola Tinubu's government, not Bola himself, but his people, including his spokesperson then, they denigrated Donald Trump in the past. Do you think he meant what he said, which to me was very articulate, what he said is actually very, it's factual, it's the reality. But do you think he's sincere about it, or he just saying it to attract Donald Trump's favor or mercy on the leadership, or Nigeria's leadership? Considering the fact that the U.S. government, FBI, has the Bola Tinubu's dossier.
I do not think he wants to massage the ego of Donald Trump. If you follow the career of Shettima, he's really a very intelligent person.
Yes, I know.
He has always been very intelligent. Yes. Now,
I agree with you.
I always try to, on some issues like this, where one is allowed to make an independent comment, I always try to separate him from Tinubu, because he talks in a very intelligent manner on certain issues. Now, that is quite apart from the politics in Nigeria, where of necessity he must align with what his boss.
Yes, his boss.
Even if internally within himself he does not believe it, he's compelled by the circumstances of his office to align with what the president, what Tinubu is doing. In this instance, I think is somebody who is exercising his intellect to assess Donald Trump. All what he said is what we have said repeatedly, even on your platform. We have said it. Some of us saw it, And that is one of the reasons we believed in him and we wanted him to win. His character, first, a very mercurial character. Second, unpredictability. He's very unpredictable. On the international scene, a person of his character, mercurial, very, very consistent with his principles, sitting as the president of the most powerful nation in the world, economically and militarily. Everybody must play with caution, some with fear. The whole world, including Russia and China, when you have somebody like that, mercurial, persistent, sitting on the most powerful military and economic power in the world, you have to be cautious. You have to be cautious in what you do. So it's a signal to the rest of the world. They know that you have to, in dealing with Trump, you have to be extremely careful. I know there are a lot of countries, big countries like China and Russia, they have departments that study presidents of other countries, their personality, and to enable them bring out policies of how to engage with them. America does the same thing. They have departments that study all these head of states and countries' operating systems for the same purpose of engaging with them. So his character is something that brings fear and admiration to the rest of the world. And that helps him in solving problems. In his first term, nobody was sure what he will do if a war like Ukraine broke out or in the Middle East. So they played it safe by not starting the war, by not doing the kind of things that they took for granted during Joe Biden. And that is why throughout his time, there was no serious threat to peace. There was no war and there was no serious threat to peace in the world. And as he came back, people are calibrating. They are calibrating their issues. Iran is trying to recalibrate. Even in the Middle East, the parties, both Hamas, Islamic Jihad, and the rest, even the intrigue of Iran in those places has to be recalibrated because nobody is exactly sure how later he will react to them if they cross the line. So the character is suited for American power and might and its influence in the world.